I've been a Laker fan since 1977. And this goes back, yes, even before Magic Johnson. Obviously, Kareem was there. At that time, he was by far the best player on the planet, but he didn't have a lot of help, and the Lakers would make it maybe to the Western Conference, sort of like now. But Kareem had a lot less help than these two guys. In fact, I'm going to be honest. These two guys, as far as I'm concerned, in Lakers history, they are the two faces of failure, especially these last two seasons. I mean, we went from being the preeminent franchise in the NBA, and you can talk about Boston all you want. The Celtics have just recently gotten as relevant, if not more relevant, than the Lakers when you look at the Brown-Tatum duo, and they fell short 2 nights ago, but that's another story. But those guys are in their prime. Now, Anthony Davis is still very much in his prime, which makes him even worse of a culprit. But then again, you have LeBron, a.k.a. Le Pew, James, the counterfeit king, the bubble king, and maybe he's a little sore from those Diddy parties. And I understand that he's just about 40 years old. I get it. But you know what? When Kareem turned 40 years old, nobody was giving him any excuses. When Kareem was 38 years old, he was winning MVPs in the NBA Finals. I don't see LeChoke doing that, let me tell you. And I don't want to hear how they're such a great 1-2 bunch. I mean, they're pretty good. But we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers here. I mean, they're getting their butts handed to them by a guy who actually looks like a damn plumber, and Tracy Murray. That's who's kicking their butts. Now, if you want to say Shaq and Kobe got their butts handed to them by the Detroit Pistons, well, yeah, that's the Detroit Pistons. Look at that Piston team. They had the Wallace boys and Rasheed and Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton. I mean, that was a deep team. Tayshaun Prince, a defensive specialist. Lindsey Hunter coming off the bench. Let me tell you, that Piston team smacked the Lakers up and got jobbed out of another championship thanks to some terrible refereeing from a guy, Tim Donaghy, which ended up getting forced out of the league, but that's yet another story. But these two jokers here, you can't even rank them in the top 5 when it comes to duos in LA. When you talk duos in LA, you're talking Magic and Kareem. You could even go back to Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West. Obviously, Shaq and Kobe. And yes, folks, it's Shaq and Kobe, not Kobe and Shaq. I know there's a lot of Kobe D-riders now since he passed away. But that's yet another story. So these guys aren't even in the top 5. Not even sure if they're in the top 10. But there's one thing that is certain. That these two guys are the faces of failure when it comes to the LA Lakers. And listen, there's more than enough blame to go around because Austin Reeves, everybody was kissing their butt. I mean, kissing his butt and talking about how he's, a poor person's Larry Bird. He's so smart. He's got all these intangibles. He hasn't done jack garbage for the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell, who actually was playing well in this series, gave us a goose egg last night. I'm sick of him too. It's time for the Lakers to clean house and say, forget this. Everyone must go, and that includes the GM Rob Pelinka and the coach Darvin Ham. They just might as well just start from scratch because, again, it looks like they're going from Hollywood hoopsters to Cancun clowns. I'm almost as embarrassed as being a Cowboy fan right now in the NFL. But I digress. Yes, you two guys, Pepe Le Pew and the Riddler, you are LA's faces of failure. Thanks so much for stopping through. UncleClaude signing out. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. And these two, I guess, tea time will be at 8:30 Monday morning.